So next is our battery-operated backpack vacuum. So I guess one of the key features of this unit here that I like, number one, it's very lightweight. It's only it's 10.9 pounds, and having worked for Protein before, I'm very familiar with backpack vacuums. I'm also very familiar with the challenges that you have inside backpack vacuums. Everybody complains about the weight, oh, my back, so on and so on, even though, being in the industry, we know that when you wear these, they're actually resting on the strongest part of your body. So weight, it's more perception than anything else. I mean, these are designed to be more ergonomic than even uprights. But the other thing that I like about this is that the battery that's on this unit is shared between a battery-operated sweeper and a battery-operated micro scrubber, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But that's nice because, if you've got a customer that buys into, hey, I need a battery backpack vacuum, or I need a sweeper, or whatever, you can expand your product offering to them, with other different products, knowing that they're going to share those batteries, they're going to share the same charger. You don't have to have multiple chargers or batteries, at the facility. So another thing that I like about this is it's got a nice little carrying handle, and again, 10.9 pounds on this. With it's not that heavy. You also have a very comfortable harness. We talked about how when worn properly, this is actually nowhere near as heavy as what most, what perception is. And to do that, then you always go ahead and fix this portion first. Make sure that it's resting on the strongest part of your body, which is your hip. This right here, the shoulder harnesses, these are not designed to, hold the weight of the vacuum. These are designed so the vacuum doesn't fall back. So the weight of the vacuum is actually here on the hip. And then the harness here, this is designed so that as you're moving, back and forth and throughout, your shoulder strap doesn't, fall off your shoulders. So that's the way that you properly, I'm sure you guys probably know that, but that's the way that you properly put on and wear a backpack vacuum. So this unit here, again, also extremely, extremely quiet. And I'm a righty, so I'm going to move it over to this side. You can adjust the length based on the operator, so that's a nice feature. Some wands are fixed, so depending on the stature of the operator, they're kind of stuck with with that height level. So you have on one side you have your battery, which also, if you needed to go ahead and swap out a battery, I always recommend that when someone buys a unit like this, that they always purchase an extra battery. You can easily disconnect your battery. Once you get used to it, plug it away, and then put your battery back on and lock it back into place. And then on the other side is your on-off switch. So when I turn it on, there's usually about a second delay, but you can hear it, very quiet vacuum. You can go ahead and use your wand here. And this is a pretty heavy mat, but let's say that you had another area where you were holding up the mat or something, you can actually release, some of the suction from down there by opening this here and drawing air in from the wand area. So that's, let me go ahead and show you how easy it is also to change up the bags and the filters on this back up here. So it does come with all your tools standard. So you have your crevice tool, you have your drape tool, you have your dusting brush, all there on the belt, so it doesn't get lost. It makes it nice and easy for the operator to use those tools while they're cleaning. But when I open this up over here, I have access, again, everything in red, there's a touch point, a maintenance touch point to swap out my bag. I have my pre-vac motor filter here, which is also available as HEPA, and I have my exhaust filter here. So all these filters, easily accessible on the vacuum, and this can also comes available in a HEPA filter. So you can really amp up the filtration on this vacuum depending on where you're utilizing it and the customer's needs. One other feature that I like about this vacuum that I haven't really seen in other ones is that you can actually order a caster kit for this. So I didn't know this until I started looking this up, but Don and I called on a customer that was asking for canister vacuums. And if you open this up here, you'll notice that there's a couple of screws on here. And same thing on the bottom. You can actually take these out and in here connect casters on it. So now instead of having a backpack vacuum, you can actually convert this into a canister vacuum.